Play set we're going to use to show a little more complex movement imitation. So for a child who already has some basic movement imitation skills and maybe the barns are going to be a little boring, we got a cool play set here on the playground. And so I've made sure to have a couple of different options of things here in this set. So if you don't have a set like this at home, these are pretty easy to get at the toy store, or you can look for something else that you have, but you want it to have multiple components. So for example, I've got the scooters and the skateboards. There's a slide, there's a ramp, and there's a merry-go-round and the sand. So there's a lot of different options for where we can go with our movement and what type of movement to do, as opposed to the barn where we were just moving the animals going to a specific location. So here I might be taking one of the children on the skateboard and showing how to go down the slide, woo, and around the side. Oh my goodness, that was so fast. And then my child would take the other one with a skateboard and go down the slide and go around side two. They might go around a different place too. So here we can start to be a little bit more flexible. If we're going down the slide and that's the main movement, that I might have my player come around this way and maybe my child takes theirs and goes around this way, and I really want to be open to them starting to add in some of their own play ideas as long as the initial movement that they were copying is pretty similar to mine. I can also take the small children and I can have them go down the slide with my hand, or I can just let them go, woo! Or I can have them practice running down the ramp, or crawling up it really, really, really slowly. And there's another one for my child to use to imitate the same thing. Sometimes you may find that it really helps to give your child the other doll first so that you can go together and you can use your character to encourage them to be copying you. Other times they might prefer to take turns or to even do it with the same character that you used when you were done doing it. That's okay, either way is fine. The goal is that they're imitating you with the movements, but also just exploring a variety of ways to play with the same set. So another thing I might do is use more than one character. I might put the child in the merry-go-round and then use the adult here to push it. Whee! Now, obviously the adult isn't really doing it, but I can do it with my hand and have them be the character. Or I could put a child on the scooter. And you'll notice that takes a little bit more fine motor skill. So it might need to be that you get the characters on the scooters ready to go before you do any of the imitation components, just because as you can see, it can be a little bit tricky. You gotta get the hands just right. And then maybe you have the adult come and push them, and then you'd give the adult to your child and have them push the other child. So as you can see, there's just so many different things that you could do with it. Just making sure that you're making it clear what you're wanting your child to imitate and not doing too many steps at the same time. So if I have a great idea of how they can use so many things on the play structure, I want to split that up into a couple at a time.